Hi, I'm Erik Linask here in the TMC newsroom. We are coming to you from San Jose, California this week, and it's my pleasure to be speaking with Bill Martinson, who is with corporate strategy at Gale Technologies. Bill, thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Appreciate the time.
So how about starting off? Give me a little update on what's been going on over at Gale Technologies.
Well, we've been extremely busy recently getting our software ready to work with the NetApp Cisco FlexPod so that we can provide a full automation solution for compute, storage, and networking and virtualization all in one piece of software.
So automation, that's a term that I think we're hearing more and more within the industry. Is it really? I see it as being one of the keys to the growth.
It actually is. If you think about the life cycle that people have right now, is they've gone through the consolidation phase, and now they've probably gone through standardization as well, getting down to a core set of vendors, and they've been virtualizing now for quite a while, and the next phase now becomes automation. And a number of the companies are in a position where they've probably virtualized many of the things that were easy, and now they're starting to do the hard part, and that's where we can come in and help them provide automation for the more difficult pieces around the virtualization environment.
So what are some of the difficult areas or some of the challenges that people are facing with it?
If you've got a lot of legacy hardware that you're not really ready to turn over or something like that, we can actually help you take your existing IT infrastructure and turn it into a private cloud or into a full IT as a service environment. And that really ties back to the automation phases. So it's automating things that weren't necessarily have the automation tools around them.
How much adoption of the so-called private cloud, like you mentioned, are you seeing out in the business world today?
I think adoption and talking about it are two completely different things.
There's a lot of talk.
There is a lot of talk. And I think from our perspective, there was a phrase that I heard a while back that private cloud is basically IT done right. And I think people are calling it private cloud more from the vendor side of the world, where the people in the data centers are just trying to get their job done right, and they're trying to make the infrastructure as pliable and easy to use as possible. So they're always going to be doing that. Whether they call it private cloud or not is a whole other story.
So, and my question there was going to be, what's the difference between what they're now calling private cloud and what they've historically been doing in their data centers?
I think the major shift right now is around how can you let the consumer of those IT resources actually do their own provisioning. So you don't have to always call up the help desk or call up the IT operations team and say, I need a new virtual machine, or my development project is behind, I need to go and spin something up. The portals are there now, and the automation tools are there so that they can actually get it on their own.
Tell me a little bit about the Cisco integration.
So we've spent a reasonable amount of time working with on the Cisco UCS platform so that we can actually go in with our software and automate the provisioning of the blades and then make them ready to start putting VMs on. So whether it's going to be ESX from VMware, or if we want to put Xenon or KVM, we can automate those tasks using the UCS management platform.
You working with or integrating with any other vendors?
We actually have a turnkey cloud solution that will go and support the leading vendors in each of the categories. So we also support HP, IBM, and Dell as well.
So like I said, all the major players in the
yeah.
space.
Yep.
From your perspective, does it matter?
No, because everybody now has a set of APIs that are available to us, so it makes it very straightforward to automate, whether it's any of the vent pieces in the stack.
Anything exciting on the horizon that you can talk about?
The other thing that we're driving towards now as well is doing service tiering and being able to go and define whether you want gold, silver, or bronze levels of compute, storage, or networking.
Define those three levels?
It's actually become user-definable, really, because it's, if you want a blade, for example, on a UCS platform, your gold service could be 128 gigabytes of memory, where a bronze might only be 16 gigabytes of memory. And then you have the QoS in the network and the storage arrays with NetApp, for example. It's what kind of protection policies do you want to apply to the storage?
Understood. Excellent. Well, Bill, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure.
My pleasure. Thank you.